Thank you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
We love you. You rock.
So happy Mother's Day, Mother.
Thank you, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you.
Thanks for sharing your magic, and happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you and to all of the theater moms out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, I'm Ebony Johnson Cooper, and I'm a proud board member for Adventure Theater. One of my favorite and most memorable theater moments with my mom was when she and my dad took me to see Five Guys Named Mo when I was just a little girl. That moment introduced me to Broadway, and ever since then, my mom and I love to go see plays together. Mom, I miss you. Sorry we can't go see a play for this Mother's Day, but hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Happy Mother's Day to you and to all of the theater moms out there.
Hi there. I'm State Delegate Marc Korman, and my district includes Adventure Theater in Glen Echo Park. My mom was a big champion of taking my brother and me to see shows. We would go to the Kennedy Center when I was a kid. We'd go to the high school shows. I remember seeing Bye Bye Birdie and Noises Off at local high schools. I remember seeing Fiddler on the Roof on Broadway, and she even enrolled me in theater classes and encouraged my brother and me to participate in theater in schools. So thanks, Mom, for that great interest and influence on performing arts, and happy Mother's Day.
Hi, my name is Valeria Morales, and I am an ATMTC Academy student. My favorite memory of theater with my mom was definitely when she came to see opening night of Miss You Like Hell at Olney Theater. Seeing her face in the crowd was the most reassuring, most comforting thing ever. And when I came out of the stage door and she was right there to greet me, running into her arms was literally the best feeling. And she was so emotional, and it was such a great night. And I will never forget the look on her face or the feeling inside my heart when I saw my mommy standing right there for me. So happy Mother's Day to all the theater moms out there. We love you. You rock.
One of my favorite memories with my mom seeing the theater is when just the two of us drove up to New York City when I was 10 or 11 to see Hairspray on Broadway, and it was only the second Broadway show I'd ever seen. And I was floored. It was the most amazing thing ever. But what made it really special was afterwards, I was like, okay, the show's over. Let's go home. But instead, my mom made me stand outside on the street for a few minutes. And I was wondering why we weren't going home. But then this random gray door opens right next to us, and the actors start coming out and signing my program. And I thought, they're actually here, and they were just there and singing songs and dancing and wearing pretty costumes, and now they're here signing my program. And that's when I realized that people actually do this as their job. And that was when I realized, that was one of the first times I said, I think I might want to do this for the rest of my life.
Hi, my name is Margot Brenner Collins. I'm the Education Director at Adventure Theater MTC, and my favorite memory of theater with my mom is basically every memory. She introduced me to theater, she encouraged me to make plays and be creative when I was at home. She was always there when I was acting or stage managing or directing, and has supported me all along the way, and I wouldn't be where I am today without her. Thank you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Hey everyone, Ben Lurie here. My favorite theater memory with my mom is when she took our family to see Cinderella. Now, my sister and I were both pretty young. I was probably around 7. That would make her around 4 or 5. So it was perfect for us, you know. We had our seats in the back of the theater, and it was time for Cinderella to dance with the prince. So she dances with the prince, the whole ball scene happens, and then the prince goes out into the balcony, and he's looking for Cinderella. He can't find Cinderella. Cinderella comes out, and they can't find each other, and my sister decides to help. So she yells, "Look behind you!" The whole theater giggled. Everyone thought it was funny. We thought it was hilarious. The prince, of course, found Cinderella, so my sister did help. And it's always been one of my favorite theater memories. Mom, you have always fostered my love of theater, and I'm so grateful for that. You are one of my favorite audience members, always. I love you so much, and happy Mother's Day.
So when I think about sharing the theater with my mom, I actually didn't see a lot of plays with my mom. I saw my mom a lot coming to my plays, so she was From the youngest of age 6 until today, she's come to a lot of my plays. She still talks to this day about the costume with the pink and blue spandex, which thankfully no pictures survived. But I still get a thrill when I'm at Adventure Theater and I introduce my mom from the stage and say, "Hey, my mom's with me." It's the greatest feeling in the world to always share the theater with my mom. So happy Mother's Day, Mother.
Hi, I'm Hannah Rubin. I am a pre-professional student here at Adventure Theater, and my favorite memory of seeing a show with my mom has got to be seeing falsettos at the Kennedy Center. So before the show, like 2 days before, my mom's first experience with Instagram was DMing Nick Blameyer, who played Mendel in the show. And she told him that I do Adventure Theater, which he did as a kid, and we're seeing the show and we're really excited. And they like talked for however long. And then so the show came, we saw it, it was great, and we went to stage door, and we were the last people he talked to that night. We talked for like a solid 15-ish minutes. And we talked about Adventure Theater and theater in general, and it was really great.
The first show I remember seeing with my mom was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The first show I saw on Broadway with her was Cats. She was way into Andrew Lloyd Webber. We saw dozens of shows together, and I don't think it was until I was an adult that I realized what a gift it was. I know for a fact I would not be an arts writer if it were not for all of those experiences. So thank you, Mom.
My name is Thomas Squire, and I serve as one of the board members for Adventure Theater. One of my favorite theater memories with my mom was when she took me to Arena Players, Inc., one of the oldest African-American theaters still in operation today, to see Flowers to Phyllis, a one-woman show about singer Phyllis Hyman. Now, growing up, I knew her music like Under Your Spell and You Know How to Love Me, but in the play, I learned about some of the inspiration behind those songs, as well as her journey to fame and her ultimate demise. I love the fact that theater is not only entertaining, but also educational, and it opened up the floor to discuss some of her challenges like mental health, finding love. I'm very thankful that my mom took me to that play and the fruitful discussion that we had afterwards. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you so much, and I hope that your day is fantastic.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Lecours. I'm part of the pre-professional company, and my favorite memory of seeing theater with my dad was when we went a whole weekend to New York for my birthday, and I saw The King and I with Catherine O'Hara in it, who was one of my favorite actresses, and it was really cool to see her and see all the dancing, and it was one of the first times I realized that I wanted to go into musical theater.
It was a long time ago. I was a swing and an understudy in the Las Vegas company of The Lion King, and I understudied Rafiki. And understudying and swinging is always stressful, but I had an okay understudy rehearsal, hit all my marks, did everything I needed to do, and I was just glad that I learned it. And I was happy in the fact that I had a very strong Rafiki, and she was never, ever, ever gonna go out until she did. So there was this one day where the whole cast had a training, and I saw her over there laughing and giggling and in a great mood, and I said, everything's fine, everybody's gonna be fine. I can relax today. Until I was pulling out of the driveway of the rehearsal space and got the phone call that she was not coming in, and I was going on for Rafiki that evening. And I think all the air left my body, just like that. And I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what to say. And I pulled over on the side of the road, and I called my mom. And I said, "Ma, can I come home?" And since I was in Las Vegas and she was in Maryland, it wasn't really feasible at that moment. But what my mother did was she said, "Look, you can do this. You have worked hard. You have prayed for this. This is your chance, girl. You're gonna do it." And she prayed with me, and she breathed with me, and she reminded me that that's what I was supposed to do. And that even though she was in Maryland and I was in Las Vegas, she was gonna be right there with me. I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, Jonathan Long Fry, and I fondly remember when my mother took me to a French production of Robin Hood in Paris. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you.
Hi. So I have many fond memories of theater with my parents when I was small. My parents used to go to New York and come back and take me to see the road companies of shows that they had seen on Broadway. And I went with my mother and my cousin to see The King and I. And we had a lovely day, and then we went to the theater. And for many reasons, it was terrible. The production was so bad, so amateurish, and so unbearable. And we were in this adorable little jewel box of a theater in which every single person could hear everything said by every single other person. And at one point, my mother and I just started to lose it. We both just started to giggle, and we could not stop. And we were so visible, obvious, and audible in that little tiny theater that we had to leave. That's my most indelible childhood theater memory. Thanks.
I have amazing memories of my mom and theater. While I was growing up, my mom and dad took me to see all kinds of theater. We saw huge productions of Les Mis and Phantom of the Opera at the Schubert Theater in LA. We would go to melodrama at the Moore Park Melodrama. She even took me to an avant-garde theater festival in North Hollywood. So it wasn't surprising that she ended up driving me to all of my theater productions. And she and my dad always came on opening night and brought me yellow roses. Last year, when I started my own theater company, she flew all the way from LA to Maryland just to come see a one-night performance. My mom always believed in me, even when I didn't. And so, Mom, happy Mother's Day.
I'm Andrew Friedson, Montgomery County Council member for District 1. And my love for theater really started when I was a little kid. And my mom used to pack my 3 siblings and me into the car and drive us up to New York. We'd see 3 shows in one overnight stay. It was a magical experience, and I owe it all to her. So to my mom, Leslie, to all the moms out there, thanks for sharing your magic, and happy Mother's Day.
Hi, my name is Gabby Fitta, and I'm a member of the pre-professional program at Adventure Theater MTC. My favorite memory of theater with my mom would probably be always going to her for advice, because she did theater growing up, and whenever I struggle in my classes, I can go to her and ask for help. Like, she's actually the one that taught me how to do drawbacks for tap, and I love doing this stuff with her.
My Mother's Day theater moment was actually the first time my mom had ever seen a real American theatrical experience. I was in a musical called Making Tracks up in Seattle, and my sister and her family and had brought my mom and dad to come see the musical. And it was the first time she actually got a chance to see me perform at a professional theater company, because all the other shows I was doing was over in Boston or in other parts of the country. So it was a lovely gift that my sister gave me and my mom and dad, and they got to see the show not once but like 3 times. And it was an amazing experience, because the first night when I came out after the show, my parents just wept. Like, we just sat and kind of cried, because they finally understood exactly what I was doing this and why. The story of this musical is really amazing. Making Tracks is about the story of Asian Americans and the history of Asians in America. So there was a little piece of their history in there, and so it was an amazing experience. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, especially to the ones who are somehow participating with theater. We love you all for bringing your children to this amazing space and giving life to and breath and a history and passing on your passion to your kids. Thank you again. Happy Mother's Day.